I'm Craig Kenneth, a relationship coach and a psychotherapist. Every relationship is different and every breakup is different. Work with me and you'll get professional help on your situation. And if you're in no contact, focused on personal growth, my workbook series, The Knowledge, will help you make changes like you've never made before. Available now at AskCraig.net. Hi there, I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And today we're going to be talking about signs they are emotionally attached to you. So if you're going through a breakup, one of the things that you're probably obsessing about is, are they attached to me? Did they really care about me? Was I somebody important in their life? Did I mean something to them? Now that they've ended the relationship, it often feels like none of that ever really mattered.
Yeah, it feels like they pulled it all back.
Yeah. So today we're going to be looking at some of the signs that you might see if someone was attached to you. Because, it often gets us to a place where we've doubted almost the entire relationship, especially when we get to a low point. And so there's a high probability that they did care about you, and even if they felt like the relationship wasn't going to work out, that they did care about you and they were attached to you. So we're going to talk about some of these today.
Right, so the first sign that we have is vulnerability. So this is when they start telling you things that they've never told anybody before. And I'm actually quite surprised at how many of you know your partner's story, know the details of their history, of their abuse. Yeah. And Margaret has seen that quite a lot.
Yes, I have. And it's wonderful. It means that, people have really communicated, and it's very important to know each other's life story.
It's a really good sign if they trust you with that information. It shows that you're somebody that they can confide in, and they might start telling you secrets, things that they don't normally trust others with that information. So it does show that you are an important figure and that you are that confidant role in their life.
Yeah, that's an important point. Another big thing that you want to look for with the vulnerability is, are they starting to be vulnerable in how they feel about you or opening up? It's scary to do that. Now, some people don't have any boundaries and will do that right away.
Oh, God, I've known you all my life, and you're my best friend immediately, and let's get married in about an hour.
Yeah. And that's not healthy, right? You want to see that the person really is getting to know you for who you are and who you are as a person, that experience and time with you is allowing them to slowly want to get to know you more and let you know how they care about you more and share their feelings towards you more. Because it's a big bid to tell somebody how you feel. You're exposing yourself, right? And you're leaving yourself vulnerable to being hurt. So that's a good sign right there.
Absolutely. And I was just going to say, and if it happens too quickly, slow it down as best you can.
So another sign that they are getting emotionally attached to you is if they start to memorize the things that you like and the things that you are interested in. So if you've ever read John Gottman's book, I think it's called The 7 Principles of a Healthy Marriage, but in that he talks about love maps. And this is basically the intricacies of your partner's life, how they like their coffee, what kind of TV shows they like, what their hobbies are like, how they like to make the bed. So it's all of these little details that kind of make up a life that you become accustomed to. So you start to prepare their coffee like you know they like it. So this is about understanding the other person, and for you, you'll get that gut feeling of feeling understood by your partner. And it really makes that connection all the more special when you see that they've put thought into it and really start to know you for who you are.
Yeah. That they're getting emotionally attuned to you and what's important to you. And the more that they do that, it kind of shows that they're investing as well.
Right.
You know what I mean? If they care about what you want or what you like, that feels nice. It feels like they're really making an effort. Another big sign is, do they start to talk about the future with you, right? Like, if you really are serious about somebody and you really are getting attached to them, you want to start planning things, vacations, or, living together, talking about having kids or not having kids, or whatever you kind of envision a future like together, and then making steps to make that happen. You know what I mean? Like, are they just telling you that, or are they telling you that and showing you that? Do they look at apartments with you? Do they actually follow through with some of the things that they're talking about? All of those are important.
And this is also interesting because attachment styles also come into play here. So somebody with a more avoidant attachment style might promise a lot of these things, promise to move in, promise to get engaged, promise to have a deeper commitment, but when the time comes, that intimacy might scare them away from actually committing to that decision. So that's something to be aware about.
I see a lot of breakups around that, Margaret. One of the things I've noticed, and I keep seeing come up, is that the relationship is going well, and when it attempts to get to another level,
Absolutely.
so it gets scary.
Yep.
And had you not maybe pushed for the next level, it would have been status quo.
Would have been okay.
But then they're just thinking, I don't see you in that role. I don't see myself doing that. Or maybe they're just scared.
But they get terrible anxiety that they don't quite understand the source of. But you hear that, well, we had started to make a plan to move in together, and then all of a sudden he or she started to get distant. And that was beginning to look like a commitment. And obviously something in their history has terrified them. So be prepared for that, because you never know just what people are comfortable with.
Yeah, it can happen. It happens often.
Absolutely.
And that's one of the things we'll talk to you about in the coaching when we're looking at a situation. We kind of look for things like that, changes or things that have happened that may have led to the breakup. Here's another big one. If they start incorporating you into their world, like, are they introducing you to their friends and family? That's a big one. Because that's a risk, especially if they have a dysfunctional family that they don't want you to meet. Are they wanting to invest in your friends and family? The more that they are showing that they want to create something together with you, the more it shows that they really are attached to you.
Yes.
In a healthy way.
Right, and these are also the people that know them the best. So it's interesting that you get to see a whole different side of your partner when you meet the people around them. So another way to know that they are emotionally invested is if they start to worry about you. They will start to check up on you and see if you're okay. They're more willing to help you out. I think there's also an evolutionary part of this where you want your tribe to survive. So you do everything in your power to make sure that everybody that's close to you thrives. So I think that's part of that element there.
Cool. I think it's always great to think about our history of living in tribes. And yes, you start to become part of their tribe and they of yours.
And the other thing that goes along with that is that if they start to worry about you, it shows that they're attached to you and they're feeling maybe some separation anxiety. So they're not going to feel separation and anxiety if they're not attached to you. Right?
Yeah. And this is interesting because they can start worrying about your daily needs. You might hear a partner start asking, did you remember to eat? Did you brush your teeth? These little things that, you probably have taken care of, but it's just showing that caring of them.
And that can be like a motherly thing.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's basic nurture.
Yeah.
Caring.
And so, I do think that you're going to find women kind of tend to do those things, and guys may take on the role of, can I help you fix this thing?
Yeah. The other example I had was actually oil changes. Somebody who reminds you to get an oil change in your car. And I could see a guy being more likely to do that.
Yeah. Could you imagine your girlfriend, did you change your oil?
I would like a girlfriend like that.
And of course, along with that, you're going to look at somebody's intensity, right? Is it a little bit of separation anxiety, or are they showing you that they're really concerned about you, like maybe your health or stress level or things like that? In a healthy way, obviously, it could be extreme if they're a really anxious person, and so they would be more likely to be smothering and coming on too strong. And an avoidant person might be more nonchalant about it and just be like, well, you got to take care of that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you'd had a migraine for the last 5 days.
So, you want to kind of look at the intensity, and you'll see that come through in the person's attachment style.
And you also want to remember that those with more avoidant attachment styles are probably going to be more subtle in the way they express interest. And also remember that the closer that you get with somebody with a more avoidant attachment style, the more afraid they might be. So you might feel this closeness to begin with, and then they start to distance. So if you start to experience that, don't be overly alarmed, but just know that that's something that can happen when somebody with an avoidant attachment style gets more emotionally attached.
And you can give them some space at that point. And that's one of the important things to learn to do. And we get call after call from people say, I don't understand, the relationship had never been better. And of course, they're totally amazed and blindsided. But if you remember that there are some people who can't tolerate closeness, it reminds you to kind of step back and let them have a little more space.
Absolutely. So I think we covered quite a few good ones here today. If we missed any, let us know in the comment section. I'm sure there are others that you can think about, or maybe things that you even saw specifically with your partner, or maybe things that you're wondering about. So leave a comment and we'll check it out.
I was going to say, and let's not hesitate to mention that this is one of the most exhilarating experiences in human experience. Getting close with somebody, there's nothing like it.
Yep. It feels amazing.
Yeah.
And our body goes through a lot of chemical changes when we do, you know? And that's why I think it's even easier in the beginning to get excited about somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, the body pumps up those happy hormones.
Yeah. Cupid ain't stupid.
Cupid ain't, oh, very good. Cupid ain't stupid.
But he makes us stupid.
Yes, Mother Nature always wants you to procreate. So anything she can do to help, she's happy to do.
All right, good stuff. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Of course, if you want to get my help personally, go to my website, askcraig.net. Sign up for the coaching option that works best for you. I do email coaching and I do Skype. Coach Margaret is available for Skype coaching.
If you feel that I can be helpful to you, please sign up.
Just click on Margaret on the top of the website to schedule with her. And of course, Coach Victoria will continue to train with us.
I'll still be here.
But that's it for this video. I'm Coach Craig Kenneth.
I'm Coach Margaret.
And I'm Coach Victoria.
And we will talk with you soon. To get my help personally, go to askcraig.net and click on Schedule Coaching and choose the option that works best for you. I do email coaching or Skype. To schedule a coaching with Margaret, click on Margaret on the top of the page and order a Skype with her. For the Knowledge Creative Healing course, click on the link at the top of the page and click Get Started Now.